that screaming and hollering for the Knicks to win. They finally won. Everybody's happy. The vibes in the city is up. The one thing I could say that has changed since this historic playoff run is people are talking to each other more. You know, you could catch a random conversation now. How about those Knicks? I guess that's how it was when the Yankees was winning. But, you know, from my community's perspective, we ain't really give a fuck about no baseball like that. You know what I mean? We all played basketball, so it's hitting a little bit different, you know, to actually see whether or not the NBA is rigged or not, to see they got sense enough to let this town win once in a while. You gotta understand from a business standpoint, whether it's the NBA or whether it's the WWE, WWF, what I call it, you gotta understand from a business standpoint, they looking at it like this. Why the hell do I need to give the city a championship if Madison Square Garden gonna sell out every night anyway? Madison Square Garden was sold out during the away games. They generated a lot of money off this. If you threw a watch party, you know, that's capitalism. You capitalize off of, you know, the available energy. So a lot of people capitalized off of this. I'm talking about from selling buttons to, you know, all type of shit. There's a lot of money to be made. It's always going to be money to be made when there's championships in the city. You know what I mean? We don't know nothing about this feeling. New York don't know nothing about this feeling. You know, that's why people act chimping out, because they don't even know how to act. They haven't put the pieces together yet to realize, all right, this is time for us to get money. And I don't want to put everything on money, because y'all know how I feel about that too. I be on my 50-50 shit, where like some days I'm trying to get all the money, but really, money don't really mean nothing. It's what the money can do for you. So I'm always trying to get what the money can do for us. I want the power, you know. I want the peace. Money bring peace. You know what I mean? I want the things money can provide. I'm not just be sitting around with no fucking money. That's why this shit called introspection, because I really be having to think about like what I'm on and how things make me react, not just feel, but how they make me think and react. And I be thinking about this shit like, bro, most of the time when I'm sitting there with a lot of money, you know, that shit don't do nothing for me. It's not satisfying. I don't know. Just like I'm explaining to y'all, New York don't know about championships and how people react differently when they, you know, first start experiencing things. I don't know. I've experienced money. I don't know about a certain level of it, but I know even on the level I've been on, I'm sitting there with some money, that shit boring. You're gonna take that money, you're gonna go interact with it some way, somehow, whether it's with a person, whether it's with an event, a place. You're going to use that money to interact with something that is going to make you feel good. The thought of having that money makes you feel good because you know you have the ability to go do those things. But it's not physically the money that's making you feel good. It's not. Imagine being trapped in a fucking jungle or some shit and all you got is money. Then what? You feel me? You'll feel like shit. You would trade the money to get out of there. so you can interact. That's what we do with money anyway. We go give it to a club, a place where they say it's allowable for us to party and do all the wild shit we want to do. Anyway, I be thinking about mad shit. Y'all don't get it. Right? I think I'm hitting that last level where I really gotta, strip myself of all the wacky shit that, or I can't talk about nobody else. And I ain't gonna talk about nobody else anyway, but just for it to make sense. It wouldn't make sense if, like, I'm saying, yo, that shit is nutty, and I'm in the process of doing it too. You know what I mean? So that wouldn't make sense. So I'm looking at it more from a perspective of, like, if I'm like, this is no good for you, then at no point should I have it. You know what I mean? But to each his own in that same statement, like, 'cause I really can't see myself telling somebody that don't share the same ideology with me anything, because I believe in that, to each his own, and I know that it takes all type of things to make the world go around. So the same way they got somebody like myself who would think that I'm fashioning myself after somebody righteous, and I want to go around spreading the good word, and really what I do is give out survival kits, survival tactics, right? There's a motherfucker who's aligned to that same shit, but on the other end of it, meaning, like, no, everybody must perish. They out here to fuck shit up, and that's just what it is. And who am I to say they're wrong when their existence almost justifies my own? I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if they weren't doing what they're doing. Literally. It's they're necessary to each other. So when you think about evil or bad, or you gotta look at it like that's you gotta look at it differently. I don't like getting into that type of area of conversation because it starts sounding like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And that's mainly because, again, there's not a lot of words here to describe the shit that kind of your mind's eye could decipher. That supercomputer is generating the codes, but it's not rendering the image for everybody else to fucking see. So unless you can read code, you don't understand what the fuck I'm talking about when I get to talking like this, because it's something you gotta feel. You know what I mean? And that's why I pride myself on the fact that I've given people survival kits since I've been here. In the midst of not knowing what's going on, what all can you do? If you don't know what the fuck is going on, you only got one instinct, and that's to survive, right? Because you don't know what's going on. You only get one fucking instinct: survive. Some people ain't even got that. Some people, that shit ain't even built into them, you feel me? But survive, bro. It's the only thing you want to do. You don't even know why you want to do it. But you do. And that's one thing I could say. I've been adept at analyzing and identifying and analyzing the patterns that people like, the lives of people like me live, and figuring out ways to survive. In the effort of doing so, really trying to make this shit comfortable too. And I'll be questioning myself as to whether or not that should be part of the equation. Because every time I see the righteous people in the movie, they not comfortable. They probably in a fucking wilderness somewhere. They probably going through it in the wilderness somewhere. And the evil people usually be having the kingdoms and all of that locked down, and you know, and the good people usually be trying to fight to get it back. That's like the story that we always get told. And you always got like this group of people that's supposed to be good people that need to be saved, that's within the evil kingdom, and all them motherfuckers can stay in there. They know they in there when that bullshit, all that weak shit, the weak gene. I think if we eliminate that, then we do a better job at fighting evil. You know what I mean? At least balancing it out. Because I do feel, although both of those need each other to exist, I do feel that the dark shit have been dominating a little more than it should have, which creates an unhealthy balance of shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't an even balance of shit. It ain't like 10 niggas gonna go into court and 5 of them gonna get justice. It's not like that. You know what I mean? So if it was like that, I wouldn't be complaining. I'd be like, all right, well, that's as good as it's gonna get here. Anything else, take it up with God. You know what I mean? Because you know, when you incorporate logic, you know, with trying to be right, you're gonna come up with common sense. There's only gonna be a few ways to lead to what you want it to lead to without any negligence or any other fucking shit going on. Anytime you see these people talking about, oh, safety, they're safe, that's because they creating the dangers. They creating this shit and then tell you, oh, you need to be safe. You need to do this, you need to do that. They creating a reason for them to exist. Literally. Literally. If you can't see that, you're not willing to see it, rather, you're part of the problem too. This is why I keep talking about what I pride myself on, doing a little introspection, making sure that I don't lose my step, because, you know, in being a man and dealing with all the emotions that a nigga might go through, you could easily crash out on any one of them. And it's just like a video game. Unless you're a cheater and you always start back over again, you know, some people just press start over. If you do that, then I never do that. When I'm playing video games, nigga, if I die, oh well. That's why I be playing them shit real life and real hard, because I don't want, if I die, oh well. I'm not pressing restart. I'm not doing none of that. So come in here to get coffee. I ain't even come yesterday. Wait till they done. I will do that. Niggas drinking liquor or something all night. I'm gonna turn this camera on and slap the fuck out this nigga in here playing games. That's what's gonna happen. That's what I be talking about. These niggas be unfit, can't fight, can't do nothing. I could literally kill this man with my bare hands, but the law tricked these niggas in to acting out of character. And these niggas be racist as fuck too. Grab that man's head, crush his fucking brains. Racist ass niggas.
It's about 5 people in here and like 20 cars out there. Where's everybody at that ain't coming to your man? The fuck? Look out there, you see mad cars and nobody's pumping gas. Who the fuck own those cars sitting in front of pumps? Like, fuck
That ass right,
Just
though.
come here and sit your fucking car at a pump. No, put that shit right there. Nobody out there. Not a soul. It's like 5 people in here. Who owns them cars out there? Here they 21 cigarettes. The fuck?
I come in here every day and watch these niggas play and joke, though. Every day. I'm gonna show you their faces when I talk to them. Do you have somebody bring some cream out?
Cream out?
Yep.
The cheese cream.
Making a documentary about this. I'm gonna send it to 7-Eleven management. Making a documentary about this. I'm gonna send it to management. I don't know why niggas think I come down here to play with y'all every day. I don't. I make a video and send it to management over and over. Niggas think I come to play in the store. I don't understand. Sweet cream! I come to play and file a lawsuit for discrimination. You don't understand lawsuit. You don't know what discrimination is. I will file a lawsuit on you. And you'll be fucked over. They don't understand. We got translators. They can understand what you say. And if you say anything discriminatory, I'll file a lawsuit on you. I make you spend your little money in court getting a lawyer. Remember, it's called the last five. You just a worker here. They're gonna hire somebody else. I've been coming here before you work here. They're gonna hire somebody else after I file a sexual lawsuit on you. Y'all niggas in here talking about ass and dick. Like laugh and joke. Every time I come in here, you making gay jokes and passes and laughs and shit. It's a shame. I get discrimination, but I'm gonna follow law. That's all. They don't understand the law.
You have a membership?
Don't worry about it.
No.
I'm gonna get a lot more money from 7-Eleven than that. I only come to buy coffee. I keep getting harassed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tariq. I want to beat that nigga up so bad, that tall faggot nigga. But I gotta be smarter than them. If I catch him walking down any block, I dead will punch that nigga smooth in his face, knock him out, and keep walking. There ain't gonna be no fight, ain't gonna be none of that. If I seen that nigga in the next 5 minutes anywhere, I will do it on camera. I would knock that nigga the fuck out, you heard? But to do it inside the store and all that, they're gonna try to have you really locked up, you know what I mean? None of you niggas coming to save me, so I'm not gonna be stupid. But I gotta be patient like a white man. Watch before the end of the summer is out. You guys gotta be like a white man. Gotta be patient. Gotta make plans that last a long time. You know what I mean? Gotta be patient. That's why I'm a winner. That's why I'm not back in jail, or all my other homies went back to jail. That's why I hit these streets and never went back. And I committed 10,000 more crimes than them niggas, even when I came home, and still never went back. Because you always have a chance not to be stupid to your own self. And I'll tell you, inside of my fucking stomach and shit, it's bubbling and flipping. I want to fucking throw this phone on the floor and run in there and rip that nigga's face off. I do. I want to rage the fuck out. I do. Because I hate these faggot ass niggas. I hate them. I know it's not good to hate. But I give myself 4 or 5 minutes to really let that shit sit in my pause my stomach. And I hate these motherfuckers, you heard? I hate these motherfuckers. I'm telling you. These foreign pieces of shit. These fucking mutants. Y'all don't understand what they are. They're pieces of us, nigga. Like if something fell off your fucking body and grew, that's them. Nasty ass pilgrims. This war is not just spiritual, it's physical sometimes too. Because I don't give a fuck if whatever entity is inside of him leave. When I start stomping him, I'll stomp him to a pulp. I don't think he deserves to be here, to be honest with you. He doesn't. He's a waste of fucking life. Everything you touch, unsatisfied. Your wife, your kids, your job, just an unsatisfactory person. A lot of these people out here need a real pep talk and be told what they are. So they can go sit the fuck down somewhere out people's faces and stop trying to integrate with real motherfuckers. Sour ass motherfuckers. As soon as I start mentioning the camera, he's so dumb, the manager come out the back and tell him to shut the fuck up pretty much. Like this nigga do be filing lawsuits and shit. The nigga behind the register kinding up and wising up. He's so dumb, he's still going. Because he don't know nothing. He's the dummy. And I hate them type of niggas, the big dummy. Big ass, dumbass nigga. I want to go sit back there and call that nigga stupid over and over and over and fuck his day up. But it probably wouldn't fuck his day up. Just a big dumbass nigga. Probably would not fuck his day up. That nigga working 7-Eleven all fucking day. I won't fuck his day up.
I was saying to myself just a while ago when she came in there blanking like that. I'm like, what?
That's why I be telling these fiend niggas, y'all give you $50 if you smack the shit out one of them niggas. I ain't even say punch him. How many of them took me up on that offer? None of them. But they'll run around here and beg all fucking day. That's what they will do. They ask for $1 or $2 all day and you offer a nigga, I'll give you 30 cash. Slap that nigga real quick. And he deserves it. You be doing God's work.